It's a race between Dom and Tiki. Good luck to both runners. Sub Caleb and Core, let's get hyped. Also, what is this saving animals? We're saving frames. Gotta go fast, kill the animals. Oster donates $75. Finally, the block I have been waiting for. Mega Man got me into gaming, and I've been waiting all week to see the new tricks in Mega Man X. Greetings from Antarctica. $50 from Maragor. Hopefully my girlfriend does not notice this donation, otherwise I will be in trouble. Sorry, but my grandma and grandpa both had cancer, and only my grandma is still living. Here's to a great cause, and can't wait for the Mega Man blocks. We got a $50 donation from Resurrected Doom. Seriously enjoying these speedruns of games both known and unknown to me. This goes towards saving the animals because they need the help. Let's continue to work towards ending cancer for good. Colonel Fatso donates $40. Hey there, MMX crew. It's great to see you guys on stream, even though I can't be there at this time. Just a couple of reminders. Hey, yo, plug the wiki, and it's not a carpet. Seiryu X donates $10. Woohoo! Time for the Mega Man X block. Good luck to all the runners. Oh, and Caleb, is there something wrong with that couch? Shouldn't it be wrecked? Mad Dog Xander donates $50. Time's for some Mega Man, but Caleb, wait, have you become the John Madden of the speedrun? Having read it so much and now being commentary? Donation goes to Dominic's choice. Erda Brefer donates $100. Hey guys, let's go for Mega Man. Yamato hype. Thank you for your $50 donation, Jason Duncan. One of my favorite game series of all time had to donate for Mega Man X. Jump and shoot. Andrew W. donates $50. Mega Man X is one of my favorite games and one of the best of all time. $50 goes towards Don and Donatello in TMNT 4. Another great game that is often forgotten about. Great to see it run at GDQ. Varganis donates $10.69. The Mega Man franchise was a big part of me growing up. I only had an NES, but boy, were those the times. I love to watch HDQ, but some games are a little bit too late when you're watching from Sweden. Good thing I have a whole week off. The runner gets to choose where the money goes. Wheels TCW donates $50. I've enjoyed every Games Done Quick that's been put on and donated to each one. Hype for the Mega Man X block. My donation is dedicated to my girlfriend Katie, who beat cancer, and her friend Zan, who is still fighting. I love you dearly, Katie. We got a $100 donation from Matt H. Hello, HDQ. I had to donate during the Mega Man X block. Good luck to all the runners and kill the animals. Filthy Turtle donates $75. Hello, everyone. Longtime watcher, first-time donator. GDQ has always had a special place in my heart since I lost my uncle to prostate cancer. To Tiki and Dom, I wish you the best of luck in your runs. Hope you guys get the Nermers UFO. To the MMX community, thank you for the wonderful memories and support you have given me the last year or so. To the Speedrun community, thank you for all your happiness you have invoked into my life. And to GDQ, thank you for the honor of accepting my pearlers as a prize for the event. Seeing my work in the event has brought tears to my eyes. I hope to continue to give back to an amazing cause. Money goes to winner's choice, since I cannot decide between the two amazing friends. By the way, we got wikis and stuff. Thank you, Cody Go, for your $50 donation. Happy to be supporting a good cause, although I'll be even happier if I win the Majora's Mask new 3DS. Keep it real, everyone. DJ Bro donates $100. I don't know what to say. I didn't expect to get this far. Rumble War donates $50. Good luck on the race, Dom. Save the frames, chill the penguins. $50 to Dom's choice. Jeff Brochuk donates $76.89. Cancer runs in my family, so this is really more of an investment in self-preservation. Save the animals. Adaman Toys 17 donates $250. I've been loving watching all of the runners. Let's kill cancer and save the animals. Only on Tuesdays donates $50 because of so much hype in Reader's voice right now. Thank you. Keep killing these donation rates. Reader's choice. Thank you, thank you. Axel Fury donates $50. Mega Man X is a great speed game, and it got me into speedrunning and an awesome community. Good luck to the runners, and thank God that couch can't be wrecked. Jay Plays Games donates $10. As someone who is currently fighting cancer and also a Twitch partner, I just want to say thank you for doing what you're doing. And thank you to the viewers who are donating to support the cause. Keep up the good work. Down goes cancer. Thank you for your $100 donation, Willie P. Looking forward to the Mega Man X block. Here's to killing cancer and saving the frames. Got a $50 donation from Crossed. Love Mega Man, especially the X series. What am I fighting for? Saving lives, that's what. I lost my uncle to cancer last year, and now I may be losing my grandma to it as well. I hope this helps the fight against cancer. Kote donates $543.21. My mom was diagnosed with cancer early last year, and because of the Prevent Cancer Foundation, she has beaten cancer. She's alive and healthy today because of fundraisers like this. Thank you for giving me more days to spend with her. I love you all. Also, kill those animals, unlike my mom. They've lived long enough. $100 donation from Lucio, sorry. Gotta get a donation in this sweet, sweet X race. Hurry and kill Sigma. He's like robot cancer. Dr. Wiley98 donates $50. Mega Man, you'll have to rush to catch me in time. I will roll over you. Oh, the puns. Oh, the puns. Get dunked on. You have a $100 donation from Sabre. Always seem to miss the Mega Man X runs. Finally catching one of my all-time favorite games run live. Best luck to all the runners, and thank you for your stellar charity work. Anonymous donates $50. I've dipped my hand at speedrunning in 2015 with Mega Man X. Good luck to the runners. Oh, yeah. And save the animals. Tapa TOJ donates $107.77. Extremely hyped to be here live at my first GDQ. Looking forward to a great Mega Man X1 race and the rest of this awesome event. Shoutouts to Big John and Caleb on the couch for making this speedrun thing look as fun as it is. Donation goes towards the Link to the Past Julian percent race. I got another anonymous $50 donation. Shoutouts to Caleb for not staging himself between the runners on camera to give us a full view of his double arm cannons. Lowrec donates $50. Kill the animals, save the frames. Love what you guys are doing and had to donate during my favorite block. Thank you, Digital Badger, for your $50 donation. Amazing Mega Man X race. Cancer doesn't stand a chance with skills of this caliber. Donation goes to Plague Knight Gold Armor. Sparkle hype. Misfit PM donates $50. My computer keeps crashing from trying to watch this and do work at the same time. Guess that means work will have to wait. Excited to see the run of Mega Man X. Good luck to the runners. Thanks to all the staff working behind the scenes. Let's beat cancer and kill the animals. Thank you, Hopscotch, for your $250 donation. Mega Man X was probably the first game that ever got me really interested in speedrunning, so I had to donate during this run. Where's the wizard hat, Dom Dan's game? I just wanted to let you know that Burning Nuomander is one of my best Maverick names. Let's beat cancer, but maybe don't observe its powers afterwards. Shoutouts to Foe. Chobar donates $50. Shout out to everyone at Games Done Quick organizing the events each year. And to Tiki and Dom running my favorite game ever. Mega Man X is such a wonderful game. Bless everyone who is fighting the good fight and save the animals. They are adorable. Thank you, Brandon Cusick, for your $50 donation. Always gotta donate during the X Block, and glad to see the core represented on the couch. And good luck to the runners. Kenny60 donates $75. Waiting for the Mega Man X Block to donate, one of the best series of all time. Come on, Capcom, give us another entry already. Anyway, back on topic. You guys rock, and I love watching all the runs every year. Keep being great. Hopefully at SGDQ, we'll get a massive Mega Man block with the full original series and the full X series. It could happen, right? Zelnas donates $16, $1 for each Eagle Dive. This will be my last donation of the marathon first chance. And even though it was a lot for a great cause, shout outs to my boys Caleb, Domalix, and Big John. Donation goes to Domalix's choice.
So, countdown? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, hello. Welcome to Mega Man Zero. My name is Flameberger. I've been running this game on and off for a couple years now. I've got quite a bit to say about it. You'll notice in this intro stage that I'm taking quite a few hits. There's going to be a cutscene coming up on the first boss. It's a lot like the Mega Man X1 intro, where I can trigger the cutscene earlier if I have low health. Except, in this game, instead of getting a lecture about your unlimited potential, you get a sword. Pretty good deal, in my opinion. There's a lot of RNG manipulation in this run, and I might have messed it up a bit, so something bad could happen here. But I'm just going to have to jump into the boss, and that'll trigger it.
Slurpee Ninja.
Crack attack. This is Tiki right here. He's not mic'd up right now.
All right, here I'm going to do a trick called the EXP glitch. I'm jumping up and down with my saber out. Okay, yeah, this isn't good. Dodge. Okay, I didn't get enough XP there. That's kind of concerning. But, like I just jump up and down doing an extended jump slash, and I get an experience point like every frame for a while. In this game, you unlock skills by getting experience points when you hit enemies. You don't get skills from like killing bosses or anything like that. The fact that I'm low on EXP is going to be kind of a problem on the first boss after this next stage. I don't know. I might be able to work something out for it, though. I'll give a real quick plot summary. So I'm Zero, a legendary hero from the past who has been resurrected by this lady, Seal, to help her fight against an oppressive government being led by an evil copy of X, Zero's old friend. I'm killing quite a few enemies in this stage. First of all, there's a certain item I need to drop from these rolling spike balls. I just got it there. It's called a Cyber Elf. And then I also need experience points still. I'm going to shoot this green crystal. That changes the direction of the wind. When it's at my back, I get a small speed boost. And that's how I'm getting ahead of the camera here. Oh dear. Let's see. Yeah, my RNG's not good again.
Keep in mind, it's like every dash and shot and saber that he does is what happens on the next boss. So that's everything in the level will be what the boss pattern is at that point.
Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that affects the RNG. I'll be able to go over it in more detail on a later stage where I've got a lot of free time. Every time I hit a boss, they become invincible for some amount of time. Most attacks grant a regular invincibility period of 90 frames, or 1.5 seconds. However, there are certain combo moves that only trigger 1/5 of a second invincibility. And almost all of my boss strategies are going to revolve around repeatedly using those combo attacks. It allows for really quick kills, like what you just saw there. Here I'm going to equip that Cyber Elf I got earlier. What exactly it does, we're not going to see for a while. I just equip it now because I happen to be on a trans server there, and I'm not going to have many other opportunities to do that. And then I talk to this door to cancel that notification, just so I can get into this next mission faster. Alright, so before I get to the boss of this stage, I'm hoping to have a skill called the Spin Slash. Like I mentioned, I'm kind of low on EXP right now, so I might not be able to get that, but hopefully I do. It makes a really big difference on the boss. Have to skip that damage boost because I took an extra one. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting it. I'll just have to fight him regularly. That's a shame, because this is one of the cooler fights when I've got the Spin Slash. That's fine. So, this guy's too high off the ground for me to use my regular strategies on, so I'm just going to have to hit him with regular jump slashes, which are not a combo move. So you'll see him get like the full invincibility time each time, and you'll be able to tell just how much slower the fight is compared to the others in the run. This is kind of okay because the optimal strat for this fight is actually extremely dangerous and difficult, so I'll just say this is marathon safety. You'll notice I'm starting my attack from far away and then just like moving into him from a distance. This is actually called an extended jump slash. I do it by holding directional down while I'm doing a regular jump slash, and it just lets you like keep your saber out indefinitely. And it actually does one extra hit of damage, 5 points instead of 4, like you would normally get from a jump slash. Alright, now I've just got to escape from this destroying factory place. I'll be spinning back and forth with a jump slash on these walls. Every time I like move my sword away from the enemy and then move it back into them, they can be hit again. So I want to hit each of these walls 3 times. Optimally, I'll do that in a single jump with just like 3 spins, but sometimes I'll only get 2 spins and then I'll just have to do another slash like that. It's not really a big difference either way. Alright, now that I've completed that mission, it unlocks 2 extra weapons. I can only get 1 at a time, but I'm going to go get the triple rod now. It's like a spear type weapon that can be pointed in different directions. It's going to be very useful for this next stage.
Also, keep in mind, he doesn't have to do all the missions if he's doing any percent, but this category is all missions, so he's going to do every single one in the game.
Yeah, if this was any percent, I would actually just skip to the end game right now, but it's not as interesting of a speedrun in my opinion.
Yeah, you get to see more of the game with all missions, definitely.
Yeah. So I went down to the engineer and got the triple rod. After this mission, I'll go back there again to get the next weapon. It just doesn't let you get both at the same time, unfortunately. This stage is actually kind of easy. Like, there's no major obstacles and barely any enemies in my way. Some people like the music. I guess it's okay. Here I equip the triple rod. Oh, freak. And the lightning chip. And this triple rod's going to be very nice against the boss. Like the last one, he's too high off the ground to hit with the saber. At least with like the regular grounded saber attacks. So what I'm going to do is stand on the ground and hit him with the triple rod, which is also a combo attack. I won't be able to do it in the first cycle because he's not going to be in the right positioning. So I just do like regular jump stabs here. It's kind of slow. But for all the cycles after this one, I'm going to manipulate him to go to the left side and then just do standing pokes from there. And you'll see it's really quick. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest of this is just an RNG fest. I didn't quite get the manipulation, unfortunately. But like the amount of pillars he... Oh, I missed him there. That's fine. Just 4 hits here. The amount of pillars he summons in between each cycle varies. It's anywhere from 2 to 4. And you lose a couple seconds each extra set. Alright, now back to the saber. We will be seeing the triple rod later. That's not the end for it. But now I've got to escort this guy all the way across the desert. It's very slow, but it gives me a good opportunity to farm some experience points. Most attacks that I do will only grant 1 experience point per hit that I do. There are some exceptions though. For example, this 3-hit combo, I've only got 2 at the moment, but those do 1, 2, and 4 experience points respectively. So the basic idea is I'm going to want to hit as many enemies as possible with the 3rd slash of that combo, which I should be getting pretty soon, I would think. This is pretty unfortunate though. I might not get my charge attacks in time. Okay, there we go. And that's about all there is to it. Oh, I did that. I do want to take this time to explain the RNG manipulation a bit. We mentioned it briefly earlier, and it's actually a pretty big part of the run, but this is the best opportunity to explain it since there's not too much else going on. Basically, there are all sorts of random events in this game. Things like whether or not an enemy drops health or what attack a boss will do. The outcomes of these events are determined by a so-called RNG value, which is like just some number in the game. Conveniently, that value resets to 0 at the beginning of every mission, and it only changes when one of those random events occurs. So by having like a very consistent sequence of events that will happen in a stage, I can actually control every significant random event as long as I don't mess stuff up. That's unfortunate. Oh dear. If he gets too far off the screen like that, he'll stop moving. Okay. Now that I've completed that mission, I can go back to the engineer servo and pick up the 4th weapon. A really neat thing about this route is the fact that all 4 of the weapons you get are very important to the speedrun. You'll get to see how the shield is used in this upcoming stage. Well, one of the ways it's used. It's actually got a few different applications. Now that I've got that shield, I have access to the most effective boss killing strategy that I'll be using a lot. Basically, I want to hit enemies, or bosses specifically, repeatedly with the 1st slash of the standing 3-hit combo of the saber. In order to do that, I need some way of resetting the combo, or else I'll just go through the full 3 hits. One option would be like to take a small step forward after each swing, but that's kind of slow. The better choice is for me to hold the shield constantly as I'm swinging the saber, and that will automatically reset the saber combo after each swing on the first possible frame. Sometimes it looks like I can climb up the ladder fast enough to get past that bomb, but I can't. Even the TAS has to wait for it. And then here I've just got to rescue these grumpy people. There's quite a few of them spread out in this area. You'll see me shoot a buster shot here. That's part of my RNG manipulation for the stage. Every time a lemon hits a wall, it creates like a little spark with some randomness and the visual effect. So that affects the RNG. Here are some guards. If they detect me, it'll raise an alarm that summons enemies and locks me out of rescuing the people for a long time. So I need to kill them from a distance with the buster. I'll also swing my saber at them when I get close sometimes, just as like an added insurance. But in theory, I can kill it with 1 green shot and 2 dashed lemons. Dashed lemons do more damage in this game than the regular shots, but not against bosses. Only affects regular enemies for some reason. Alright, just 1 more up here. And I think I'm on the right RNG value, even though I kind of flubbed some of the movement earlier. There are a lot of mistakes you can make that will affect the RNG, and then a lot that won't. So sometimes I'm not quite sure whether or not things are right, but the items that the enemies were dropping looked to be what I'm used to, so I think I'm in good shape. If the RNG's right, he's going to jump right at me, and then you'll get to see that shield canceling I mentioned earlier. And you can see I can just shred him.
Nice.
I should clarify that it's not mashing the saber while I'm holding the shield. There is a rhythm to it. If you attack too fast, you will go through the full combo despite holding the shield out. It's not too difficult though. Like anyone can do it as long as you're not going for like an absolutely perfect rhythm. Alright, duel in the desert. This is when the stages get back to being pretty difficult. We're back to the desert for the third mission in a row, but this time there's like a million enemies in the way. I'll actually be killing quite a few of them, partly for the RNG manipulation, and then partly just to clear a path for myself. These things are everywhere. This was actually a really difficult mission to get a good manipulation on, because I actually need the boss to do the same attack 3 times in a row. In most stages, I only care about the first move the boss does, and then I either stun lock them or kill them so fast that nothing else matters. But this guy's not that simple. I'll be using the shield canceling again, but this boss actually like jumps around a lot during the fight. So I need to have pretty good positioning if I want to always be in attack range, but not ever get hit by him. That's good. So you'll see I like knock him back after a bit. I have to be standing really close to him before I knock him back, that way he'll still be in range afterwards. Now I've got a bit of an intermission stage where I have to kill this giant robot. I'll be using a new technique here called damage stacking. Basically, if I have 2 attacks hitting an enemy at the same time, they will take damage on every frame, alternating between the 2 attacks. So I'll throw my shield in a specific way, and then try and put my saber through him at the same time. It's pretty tricky, so I'll have to focus here a bit. Good start. Good. Good. We'll get to see that technique a few other times. It does not work on regular bosses, though. Their invincibility frames would protect them from the damage stacking. It's only good on like mini bosses because they have no iframes. Alright, this is a fun room. There's a lot of enemies in the way, but I can just kind of get through everything with smooth movement. Ooh. Ladders are tough. There will be these electrified ropes, but they only hurt me if I touch the spark at the end. So I can just kind of jump through it. Alright, now another mini boss, and some more damage stacking to go with him.
We have a $50 donation from Urser. Awesome Mega Man block so far. Let's beat cancer and get that Final Fantasy any % run going.
The top of this range is pretty trivial. Just jumping over some guys. You can get another donation in.
We got a $50 donation from Anonymous. I've been watching since 2 years and couldn't donate. Since I now can, I will, even though I can't watch as much as I can. Keep up the good work and keep going fast.
This boss is also too high off the ground to use the saber on, so back to the triple rod for it. It's kind of tricky. If my attack rhythm's off, I'll mess some stuff up. Yeah, that's not good. I'll just dodge that. Those spikes on the ceiling are instant death. Okay, that was kind of a mess. It's good to get out of there alive, though. There are a lot of ways to die in that fight because of all the damage, intentional damage boosts, and the instant death spikes. Let's see. Oh, now we're going into a stage that features a very difficult trick called the early sub-skip. Oh. I don't have a ton of time to explain it since I'll have to focus while I'm actually going for it. But the basic idea is there's an underground lake, the water level goes up and down over time, And in order for me to get the best possible cycle, I need to have basically perfect movement starting now. Good start. Oh, that wasn't good. Pogo champ? Nope. Now I've got to wait on the cycle. That's okay. Like I said, very difficult trick. Normally you have to go like all the way across the bottom of the lake and then all the way across both subs on the top. But by pogoing off that fish in the water, I can just skip the second sub entirely. Now I've just got to destroy these computers. I'll just be spinning back and forth with jump slashes. Nothing to it. And then back to the shield for the boss fight. This fight takes some slightly precise positioning as well. I have to land on the little ledge in front of her and then dash to a specific spot in the area behind her. And that will manipulate her into moving into good spots during the fight, where I'll actually be able to attack her from the ground. I should clarify, it's not RNG manipulation on this fight. Her movements aren't actually random. It's just like manipulating based on my position. Alright, Rescue Kovar. This is one of my favorite stages. It's just like really fun, simple movement. Kill some enemies. It is very dangerous though. At the end of the mission there are some moving floating platforms, and it's one of the most likely places for me to die during a run. So let's see how I do on these. Oh, okay. Not optimal, but I'm alive. We take those. And then if you remember the spin slashes I was supposed to use on the big elephant guy, I'll be using them here for Harpooia, just to knock him out of the air. Once I've got him on the ground, it's back to the regular shield canceling. I have to make sure I hit him with the middle of the spin slash. If I hit him with either the beginning or the end of the attack, he will get full invincibility time. It's a bit of a trick, but it's not too bad.
We got a $50 donation from Anonymous. Couldn't miss a chance to donate during the X block. That Mega Man X race was sick. Looking forward to this Zero run.
This stage is neat. I don't use the saber or the shield. It's really the triple rod's time to shine. Both of those bogos and then also on the boss strat. And then we're also going to get to see what that Cyber Elf I equipped so long ago was actually used for. It lets me fly out of a pit that I fall into, and I can use it to just skip like the entire factory area. You'll get to see what's over there on the next mission, though. I have to come back. The strategy here is really simple. I'm just going to stand underneath him and poke him, but the attack rhythm needed is actually kind of tricky if I want to get a 2-cycle kill. I'll take a lot of damage here, but it's not a big deal. I know how much health I've got. Okay, this isn't good. Yeah, I'm not quite getting it. That's fine though. I can just finish him off in this 3rd cycle. Let's see. Now we're going back to the factory for the final regular mission before the end game. So first thing I'm going to do is shoot a buster shot at the invisible wall to the left. That's RNG manipulation. It's really convenient that that actually gets me a very good pattern on this boss fight, because with him being at the very start of the mission like this, I don't really have any other opportunities to affect the RNG. Frisbee throw. And another frisbee throw. All right, now there's a bunch of bombs planted around the factory, and I need to go disarm them. Terminal Z. That jump's supposed to be impossible, but I do it anyways because I can save half a second. Oh dear. Had a rough time on those fans, but that's okay. These are the bombs. I just slash it with my saber and then pick them up. Perfectly safe way to disarm an explosive. And now you'll get to see the part of that last mission that I skipped. Gotta go across these floating platforms on this giant bottomless pit. One of the most dangerous parts of the run in terms of like probability of dying. Not extremely difficult though, once you've got like the movement down. Yeah, we're fine. And then the rest of the stage is pretty trivial. I'm just going to take some damage boosts to get through.
We got a $20 donation from Dragon175. Hey Flame, it's me, Dragon, with the people from ZX, Ariel, and Icky. It's great to see you and your run in HD at last. We are all cheering for you.
Thanks, Dragon, and everyone else on the ZX crew. I appreciate it. All right, now we're going into the endgame missions, right after a bit of dialogue. You could probably fit another donation or two in here.
No problem. We got a $200 donation from We Forgot. Hey, Flame, We Forgot and BXB here. So hyped that the Zero community gained the love it so deserves. So next is where we are at SGDQ 2016, am I right?
Absolutely.
Looking forward to the amazing run, and if all else fails, remember, double frame perfect. Double frame perfect. Double frame perfect.
Thanks, Forgot. All right, I don't have charge attacks. Does anyone know what the RNG manipulation is if I don't have charge attacks here? I think I forgot.
I don't know. I just, whenever I watch you, Flameberger, you just have a bunch of numbers on your screen with RNG values. I have no idea what's going on.
All right, well, we'll just assume it's 2 smoke clouds.
Sounds about right.
This fight's really trivial if I get the RNG right. If I don't, he can be kind of a pain. But let's see. I want him to run at me. Perfect. Good fight. All right, a little bit more cutscene. The spooky ghost of the original X is going to tell me that I can go to Neo Arcadia and fight the evil fake copy now. So
spooky.
So spooky. Let's see. This mission's kind of weird because like I have to actually go to the Tran server and teleport there myself instead of just like talking to Seal and being sent there. It's kind of convenient though because I've got something else to do here. Another Cyber Elf to equip. Identical to the one I used in the factory earlier. I'll be using it on this stage coming up. Won't skip quite as much with it, but it's still a nice time save. This first Neo Arcadia stage is pretty neat. It's kind of like 3 small missions all put together, each with their own sets of enemies and boss fight at the end. Terminal Z. Okay. I still don't have charge attacks, which is unfortunate. Normally I'd be using them on this fight coming up. I'll be doing damage stacking. I should still be able to pull it off with just the regular jump slash. Been a while since I've had to do that. But... oh yeah, easy peasy. Now I've got the charge finally, so I can take out these silly helicopter things in my way. And then Sword Dancer. Fight's really trivial with the RNG manipulation, except jumping over him without taking damage is 2 frames. Yeah, not quite. That's fine though. It doesn't really affect anything, just a small time loss. And then for the third and final part of the stage, there's those disappearing blocks that Mega Man games love.
Yoko blocks.
Yoko blocks. Let's see, use the shield to actually block something for once. Fire chip, just in preparation for the boss rush. And then I use the bird elf to fly out of that pit and skip a cycle of the blocks. Now, I do still have the RNG manipulation, but this boss is kind of tricky. Like, you need to hit him in really specific ways in order for it to actually work. So, we'll see if I get it. Nice. So I want to see him dash across like that, and then I can just slash him repeatedly. If I don't do it quite right, like he'll jump into the air and do these like obnoxious lightning attacks. It just ends up being a really long amount of time that I can't hit him. Alright, now we're going into the most challenging mission, and also my favorite. Probably not coincidentally. It starts off pretty slow and trivial with this elevator ride, but before too long I'm going to get to some really tricky jumps. They're a lot like the iceless jump of Mega Man X. For a while we thought they were TAS only, but there's a pretty clever setup that makes them humanly feasible. I don't really have time to explain it in detail though, because I'll have to focus for basically this entire climb.
Okay, basically what he's going to do is he's going to dash to the wall, and that puts him in perfect position so that he can just jump straight up, and then he'll be a little bit off the wall when he does this too. So that gives him just barely enough space to get it in one go.
Okay, got caught on one of them for a bit, but that was fine. The rest of the climb's really difficult too, so let's see. Catch the shots. Oh, I almost had that. That's fine. Let's try the platform. Okay, good.
Nice.
Yeah, other than getting caught on the elevator skips for a bit, that was really good. RNG's not quite right, but that's fine. This boss is easy. Oh, good. I want to see this tornado. Just gives me a lot of time I can hit him here. Okay. Past the tower. Now we've just got the final stage, which is the boss rush. It's also like RNG manipulation, the stage. Routing this mission took like days basically, just because my options for affecting the RNG are actually kind of limited. I don't have the Buster equipped, which would be the best choice. With the Buster you can just like shoot however many shots into walls you want to affect the RNG. Here I'll be doing a trick, I'll hold the shield as I wall kick, and it kicks up a small smoke cloud. That cloud actually affects the RNG. Dust that you kick up when dashing, however, does not, thankfully. That'd be a huge pain. So Blizzak fight's going to be the same, except I'll wait until he ends the ice beam. While he's doing that ice beam, it affects the RNG like, pretty much constantly. So in order to have a consistent result, I need to let him finish it. Now Anubis, this fight's kind of finicky. On each of the cycles, I need to let him catch his weapon before I end the cycle. So you'll see me wait a bit before I hit him with this charge attack. And then just 2 pillars, good. Now left side, hit him with a charge slash on the ground, and then again let him catch. And then right side on this cycle, that causes him to spawn on the left. Jumping charge slash, and then one last time, let him catch. And I should be all set. Now I refight Maha. I'll be using charge attacks on him again. I could use the spin slashes now that I actually have them, but it's actually not as good as charge slashes. Good. Alright, next is Herculeus. switch to the ice for him, and that's also what I'll be using for the rest of the run. This time he's easy. He'll just always do what I want, as long as I haven't messed anything up. Good. So that's the first set down. Now I'm going to skip the large health here, even though I'm pretty low. There's a good reason for that, though it is kind of dangerous. A little bit of platforming, a little bit more shielding stuff. Don't need that one up, haven't died yet. And now we're going to Phantom. This is a really dangerous fight because I have such low health. I'll take one intentional hit from him, and then if I take any more hits after that, I might die. Oh, that wasn't good. So I'll have to dodge this because I'm a bit slow here. Okay, good. And then the reason I want it to be so low is for an intentional death here. When I die, the RNG gets reset to 0. And that's important because when Phantom sets up that suicide attack, it actually completely frigs the RNG manipulation. There's no recovering it for a human. So I just take that intentional death. Phantom still counts as being defeated, and I get to move on with manipulation for the rest of the stage. Phantom's or Harpuya rather, is pretty much the same, except since I've got the ice ship equipped this time, I might be able to finish him with a shield throw. No, that wasn't quite right. How did he only have 1 health? Okay. That's weird. Kicked up a few more smoke clouds on the way, and I should be all set for this. I have to hit him really early in the fight to set it up properly. Okay, good. Oh, nuts. Okay. Things are frigged now. I'll have to actually dodge attacks. Okay, that kind of stinks because it'll mess up my manipulation on the second to last fight, but that's fine. Leviathan won't be affected. Like I mentioned when I first got to her, she's not random. I wait before ending the text there to let her float into a good spot where I'll be able to attack her. Oh dear. She might, yeah, she's gonna get away from here. So I gotta switch to the fire and knock her out of that attack. Normally I can end the fight before she flies away like that. That happens though. Back to ice. And then one last platforming area before the final boss fights. Tricky jump coming up here. Nice. Okay, that's it for platforming. Now I've just got 2 fights against X. On the first fight, what I want him to do is like a Nova Strike into that left wall, where I will try to combo him to death. If I hit him too many times in a row, he's going to break out of the combo, but there's a way to reset it. I basically need to let him fall to the ground, and then get a frame-perfect attack immediately as he touches. If I do that, I can reset the combo, and I need to pull that off twice for a perfect fight. First, I gotta wait for him to... Okay, here he comes. Ah, nuts. I actually had it there. I just had the attack rhythm wrong. Okay, and I was a bit too early that time. Okay, that's fine. Got a frame perfect input. Counts for something.
Almost double frame perfect.
Yeah, 1 out of 2. We take those. The second fight's a lot easier. It is kind of dangerous because of the pits, but there's nothing too challenging technically. Time will be like a second or so after the last hit. I'll call it out. You'll also see me take damage boosts off his body, just because he only does 1 damage if I hit him directly, whereas his attacks do like 1 billion each. Oh, here. That was supposed to be a charge slash. Okay, so I'll have to hit him twice in this cycle. Time.
Nice.
$38.26.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. That was fun.
Make sure you guys follow Flameberger. He's definitely one of the best speedrun routers out there. Like, if you want to learn how to route a game, just like the technique he does is just amazing. So.
I've got the strats. Make sure to stick around for Tiki's run of ZX after this. It's a lot like Mega Man Zero.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys catch all that?
I think so.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Flameberger, for your awesome run of Mega Man Zero. After this is Mega Man ZX with Tiki.